सीपैक है चाइना पाकिस्तान इकोनॉमिक कॉरिडोर, जैसे सर ने बोला, उसमें हमें लगता है वी थिंक दैट इट इज द प्रोजेक्ट ऑफ रोड एंड रेलवेज. इट इज नॉट अ प्रोजेक्ट ऑफ रोड एंड रेलवे. Yes, it is one component. So 30% component is railways and road lines. 70%, almost 50% component is power sector. Hydropower plant, thermal power plant, solar power plant, wind power plant. So Chinese people did investment, heavy investment in Pakistan to set up power plants, hydropower plants, thermal power plants, solar. There are a lot of power plants. Okay. In 2022, and what happened after 2019, the discoms of Pakistan were unable to pay to the generating stations. So Chinese people stopped supply of power. It was an emergency for Pakistan actually. There was in Lahore and Islamabad, you say, there was load shedding of 7-8 hours in the cities, main cities. So there was lot of negotiations, and after lot of negotiation, after paying lot of money to the Chinese company, they were able to restore power in Pakistan. This problem was discussed in 2003 also in India, that when we are encouraging, what happened in 2003, generation of electricity was delicensed. So in the 2003 Act, generation 2001, electricity bill was presented in the parliament. Finally in 3 years it was passed by the parliament, as it now we see it as Electricity Act 2003. Okay. The challenge was that when we decided that we will do generation of electricity, we will make generation of electricity a delicensed activity, one important question came in the mind of bureaucrats and everybody. If these private power companies, Enron, Cogentrix, Tata, Reliance, especially foreign companies, they have massive, Korean companies, they have massive investments in India, and there is any emergency and they stop power supply, what is the remedy? In case of licensed activity, the regulator has a control when to generate, when not to generate. But if you are a delicensed activity, the regulator has very little control. All right. To resolve this issue, Section 11 was introduced in the Electricity Act 2003. Section 11 of the Electricity Act provides, I will just read Section 11 for you. Direction to the generating companies. So Section 11 of the Electricity Act says, the appropriate government may specify that a generating company shall, compulsory, in extraordinary circumstances, operate and maintain any generating station in accordance with the directions of that government. So in case of extraordinary circumstances, emergency भी नहीं, उससे कम है extraordinary circumstances. Extraordinary circumstances कुछ भी हो सकता है, कोई riot हो गया, कोई war हो गया, कोई flooding आ गई, anything can be extraordinary circumstances, government can decide. In that extraordinary circumstances, government can give directions to the generating company to you start it or you shut down or whatever, control. But generating company had a challenge. Generating company said that okay, we understand that in extraordinary circumstances you will give direction to us, and maybe let us assume we have to generate electricity, but our coal or our raw material is very costly. In emergency situation, the raw material will also be costly. What happens to that? How, whatever financial difficulty we will face, how will we deal with it? So Section 11 provides that after that financial difficulty is over, the appropriate commission may offset the adverse financial impact of the direction. So what you have to do? You have to file tariff for emergency. So in tariff for, and E is tariff for emergency. So what after the direction term is over, you file an application before the regulatory commission telling them that this is the direction central government or state government gave us. Based on those directions, we have to import additional coal, we have to purchase high cost coal, and then continue generating for the safety of the nation. And the regulatory commission will do prudence check and say okay, this amount of tariff should be paid to the generating company. It is called tariff by emergency, a tariff for emergency.